The Volquest 2-minute drill is brought to you by Craven Wings.
Alongside Eric Kane, Brent Hubbs, Volquest.com. Time for the Craven Wings 2-minute drill, wrapping up Tennessee's practice on this Thursday. Remember, Craven Wings, they've got two locations, getting ready to have a third. They wanted Seymour, they got one in Knoxville, and they're getting ready to open a third location in Maryville. That's Craven Wings. Be sure and check them out. All right, Eric, speaking of checking them out, got a chance to see the newest running back for Tennessee and Lynn J. Dixon. What do you make of that one?
I mean, yeah, first day out there on a Thursday, very much like the first day of school type vibes. Didn't quite know where he was going the wrong way a couple of times when they're changing directions. But, I mean, he looks 5'10", 195. You can see the quickness when you can see him taking the handoffs and drills. He's been coached up. He is a Power 5 level type back. So I think for Tennessee, it's just getting him in here, getting him acclimated, and getting him in that playbook because they would love to rely on him to kind of share that workload in the backfield.
Yeah, I've certainly spent some time with Josh Heupel, who was coaching him up on some finer detail things on kind of how things run in a Tennessee practice. There will be a continued acclimation period for him. As for the rest of the team, a lot of open field stuff today for both the defensive backs and a lot of open field pass protection stuff continuing for the offensive line.
Yeah, defensively, I mean, well, really for everybody, it's still the second day with shoulder pads on and the shells, but this team really struggled open field tackling a lot of times last year. So putting an early emphasis on this in camp, second days in pads, you saw the linebackers doing the same thing, the safeties, the cornerback, angle tackling, using the sideline to their advantage, and Josh Heupel was spending time over with the cornerbacks, and really, I mean, that goes to show you if he's taking time to spend time with the cornerbacks, how much of a detail, the finer details in open field tackling is truly being taught right now. And with the offensive line, and Javonte Spraggins and a lot of those guys spoke on it after practice today, the importance on, you know, staying in your pass set, staying in your pass lane, all that, because I think from a majority standpoint, they're a pretty good run blocking team. They struggled in some of the pass protection sets, especially on the edge last year. So trying to improve on that here this year. Yeah,
Glenn Ellerby also visiting with the media on this Thursday. Likes this group, loves the fact that he's got a veteran group, is hoping that he can play more than 5 guys this year. But everybody wants to know about the left tackle spot. Says, you know, it's going to run its course. We'll see how it goes. You would like to identify kind of who the leader is coming out of the first scrimmage, narrow it down after that second scrimmage, kind of finish it there. Interesting, he did not rule out Darnell Wright at left tackle as well. I don't think that's where they want to go, but it sounds like that thing is pretty wide open right now.
Yeah, still wide open. He said he couldn't tell us, who would be the one, who would be the two right now, and that's expected. I mean, they're still not in full pads. You've got the scrimmage coming up on Tuesday, and you'll learn an awful lot. Just like you said, you'll learn a lot after scrimmage 1. You want to solidify going into scrimmage 2 or following scrimmage 2, and then let that guy get all the reps. And so I think they like the options they have there. And you're right about Darnell Wright. They want him to stay on that side, but I do think that if they had to flip him back over, knowing that they have a guy that started 4 or 5 games last year that could step up in Dane Davis or even J.J. Crawford, there's options there. But I think Glenn Ellerby and everybody would like that to be solidified here probably a week from now, really, or midway through next week.
Yep, we'll see what happens with that. A couple of other practice notes for Tennessee. Kamal Haddon did not practice again today. Christian Charles in a red jersey, continuing to be in a red jersey as he has been. And the offensive line felt like they handled today better than yesterday. It sounds like the heat may have got to everybody yesterday. First day in pads, humidity kind of jumped up a little bit. It was better for Tennessee today. We've got full coverage of everything going on with Tennessee football at Volquest.com. For Eric Kane, I'm Brent Hubbs.
When you're craving wings, it's got to be Craven Wings. Online at cravenwings.com.